punters, welcome back to Bet or Forget. Benny Sid and Louis Herman Watts here to wrap up a pretty big and explosive weekend of Group 1 spring racing. Benny, good to see you, brother. And gee, there were some nice performances. One of the best, Angel Capital, a 3-year-old standing up for your homeland, Victoria. How's this? Bet or Forget. He can win the Caulfield Guineas and defend his right against the Sydney Siders.
Absolute bet, Louis. I think this horse is a star. I labelled him early this preparation, so I thought he'd be the Caulfield Guineas type of horse. I think he's strong enough to hold off these Sydney Siders. What he did on the weekend was very impressive. Going back to the inside after finding trouble. Worst part of the ground, he still dug deep to win. Key to this horse, he has to have dry ground. If it's dry ground Guineas Day, he can win for sure.
I understand it's sensitive times at the moment with Brisbane, Sydney in the AFL Grand Final bid, but I'm going to have to pile on here and say Forget. I think Sydney 3-year-olds are a different gravy, brother. I really do. I think broadsiding coming back is going to remind us what sort of freak he is. That trial was enormous. And I think linebacker up over a mile, that's when you're going to start to see the best of the son of Superset, who we know did what in this very particular race. So it's a Forget for me. But in Victoria, you get the benefit of the pre-AFL granny Feehan Stakes. Brightside Jenni, the first time they meet the Valley. Are you going to be with Brightside, who I know you're a massive fan of? Are you going to say that Mr Brightside will be beating Pride of Jenni and in the Feehan Stakes? Bet or Forget?
I'm very excited for the race, Louis. Look, barriers are going to play key in this race. We know they're both stars. Look, if Brightside can settle that pair close and, Jenni can't get too far away from him, I think he'll beat her again, but I think she will improve. So it's going to be a cracking race. Barrier draw key.
Do you know what? I've actually been against Pride of Jenni a couple of times, but I'm going to say Forget the Brightside will be beating her here at the Valley. I think this would be the race that she will win, and funnily enough, it's not a Group 1. I found it interesting that the language with Pride of Jenni, now they're making it very clear that the King Charles was always the target. So that's interesting. That's a mile race, obviously. This is the lead up to that, a nice run in. And I think around the Valley, if the rail is hot, as you say, over the mile, I think that might just be the one that she can have over Brightside. So I'll be forgetting Brightside just ever so quickly, but I'll be having them again on Monday. Don't you worry. Speaking of the Group 1 star, Benny, this has been a massive topic. More Group 1s. They're going to add the Everest, the Golden Eagle, sounds like the Shorts, maybe even the All-Star Mile to the Group 1 roster very soon. I'm just going to come off the top and say Forget. It should be an exclusive nightclub Group 1 racing, 1 in, 1 out. Even then, maybe just 1 out every once in a while. We don't need to keep adding. Too much of a good thing will make you sick. And races like the Shorts in particular and the All-Star Mile, absolutely not. Forget. What about you?
Yeah, look, Louis, I think adding these big races, I agree with the Everest and the like, but look, a race like the All-Star Mile, even though being a Victorian, it just hasn't taken off like it should, and I don't think it deserves Group 1 status. I agree with you. It's got to be a 1 in, 1 out system. We can't be having these Group 1s, not strong fields, show up, through the spring.
Remember what this game is. It's a punter's game. It's not all about the breeders here and there. And I understand the patterns are important, but we need these Group 1s to be strong, Ben. I think you bang on, mate. We need these races to be the creme de la creme that are pinning up the industry. Bet or Forget for another week. We'll be back to look at the Manikato and plenty more and bet it out later on. Good on you, punters.